Our goal is to have a truly wonderful day for our guests. To our committee, yours is a true volunteer spirit. Only we know the stories. Our goal is to have a wonderful day for each and every one of you. To our committee, will you please stand and be recognized? 2016 National Philanthropy Day Planning Committee. We also want to thank the Grove management and staff for your excellent partnership on this event, professional in every way.
We will now recognize the individuals and organizations that have been past honorees for National Philanthropy Day. Over 30 years, you have inspired us and been true champions of philanthropy in our community. Our honorees are named in the program, on our screens, and in our own philanthropic halls of fame. Our outstanding honorees each year represent the spirit of true philanthropy and volunteerism. They've helped form the bedrock upon which many of our nonprofits continue to grow and thrive. In recognition of their contributions to our community, will past outstanding honorees who are present please stand and be recognized? They're out there.
And finally, we recognize all of the individuals and organizations that were nominated as honorees in 2016. Julie and I had the privilege to sit with the judging committee and to read the remarkable tributes made to each of you. You have, all of you, enriched the life of our community and strengthened its fabric through your generosity of spirit. We are a better, stronger community for your presence. Will all of the honorees for 2016 please stand and be recognized?
Now, I want to share what's probably the most exciting news of this year's National Philanthropy Day, a change in our schedule. So we purposefully, let's try that again, put our networking time before our event today. So this year, we're not going to take a dedicated lunch break, but we'll have a continuous program, and lunch will be served during the presentations. So we hope you enjoy this new format. Now, will you all please stand and join us in welcoming the Anaheim Fire and Rescue and Police Honor Guards, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us show our appreciation for the Anaheim Fire and Rescue and Police Honor Guards. We are honored to share this day with you. Thank you. And now to offer the invocation is Pastor Bob Ewing, who has served as executive pastor at First Christian Church in Huntington Beach for 24 years. He also provides services as chaplain for the Huntington Beach Police Department and as a personnel commissioner for the Ocean View School District. Please welcome Pastor Bob Ewing to lead us in the invocation.
Would you please bow with me? Gracious and loving God, we come before you with hearts full of gratitude. We are entering the season of Thanksgiving, and we have received many blessings from your hand. I am thankful for this great nation in which we live, work, and serve. God, we recognize that you are a giving God, and recognizing that giving is a part of the American spirit, we have come here today to celebrate and to honor those who reflect that spirit. I am thankful to be standing here amongst a group of men and women who care. Men and women, Father, who care, not just in word, but in deed and action as well. Thank you for the abilities and talents you give us that we can use to touch the lives of our fellow men and women. We are here to celebrate and to honor individuals and organizations that have gone above and beyond in giving. We thank you for their dedication and the efforts that are made to help others. And I pray that the example that has been set before us will be followed by many. I'm thankful for the team that put this event together. I would ask that you would bless our time together, including a blessing upon the food that we will receive. God be with us today. In your most holy name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Ewing.
Ladies and gentlemen, our returning Mistress of Ceremonies is Maria Hall Brown. Oh, please be seated. Thank you. A moment of excitement. Right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our returning Mistress of Ceremonies is Maria Hall Brown. Maria joined PBS SoCal in July 1997. She is the executive producer for arts and culture programming and currently produces LA Art. She has served as producer and a reporter for Real Orange and a producer and host of Bookmark. Maria has won 2 Los Angeles area Emmys and 6 Golden Mike Awards. A longtime resident of Orange County, Maria is the recipient of a Distinguished Alumni Award from UC Irvine.
And new Master of Ceremonies this year, Henry DiCarlo, earned his meteorology degree from Mississippi State University and also has a communications degree from California State University, Fullerton. Prior to coming to KTLA Channel 5 News in 2010, Henry spent several years at other media outlets. Born and raised in the city of Orange, Henry walked the streets of Orange, Santa Ana, and Tustin as a door-to-door salesman for the Fuller Brush Company while attending Villa Park High School. Henry and his wife, Lisa, currently reside in Yorba Linda with their 2 sons, Henry III and Jack. As a family, they enjoy traveling, sports, and volunteering for animal-related issues. Please welcome Maria and Henry to the stage.
I love today.
It's kind of a blind date.
It is. It's an MC blind date.
Yes.
That's what we've decided today is.
We know of each other, but we've never worked together, so this will be fun.
It will be great, great, great. Wonderful day, wonderful reason to be together, and honestly, I am so honored to be as part of this exceptional day, and we're thrilled to be your Master and Mistress of Ceremonies today.
We're going to keep this moving. We know your time is valuable. We appreciate you being out here today, and it is our pleasure to recognize the hard work of all those who have served on the judging committee, led by co-chairs Janet Ray and Rick Shatenka. Janet and Rick, yes, give them a hand, please. Janet and Rick led a panel of 25 judges who had the difficult job of selecting outstanding honorees from more than 107 nominations that were submitted. That's a real tribute to all the good work that's being done in our Orange County communities. They reviewed submissions, they made their selections back in June, choosing the outstanding honorees that represent the best in philanthropy in Orange County for this year. We thank each of the judges for their time and commitment. Their names are listed in our program if you want to take a look. At this time, will all of our judges please stand? We would like to recognize you for your hard work.
It's an exceptionally tough job, I tell you that. Well, our 2016 honorary chair is someone whose many contributions to the community exemplify the best of philanthropy in the nonprofit world as well as the for-profit world. And I know she's so delighted to be able to come up on stage in front of all of you. Please welcome to the stage last year's Legacy Award recipient, Sandy Sagerstrom Daniels.
happy to be up here? Anyway, it is an honor to be the honorary chair this year, and thank you so much for having me today. It said someplace I was supposed to insert verbiage. I don't even know if I can say verbiage. But all I will say is I grew up not far from here in Santa Ana, and pretty much everyone in this room was an inspiration to me growing up. I had great parents that taught me about philanthropy, and I thank them every day for all that they've given us, not only in my own life, but in our community. And just being here today to honor you all is the biggest honor, besides being the co-chair today, that I could give you. So thank you all for everything that you do in our community. Please give yourself. Turn the page. It is now my pleasure to introduce you the incoming president of the Orange County chapter of the Association of Fundraising Professionals, Keegan Bell.
Thank you. Well, it's my honor and pleasure to join Catherine and Julia and welcome you to this very special event today. For those of you that may not know, or may be asking yourselves, what is AFP? The Association of Fundraising Professionals is the largest association of professional fundraisers in the world, with over 30,000 members across 250 chapters. Since 1960, AFP has inspired global change and supported efforts that have generated over $1 trillion in charitable donations. Today, AFP's members raise over $100 billion each year, equivalent to 1/3 of all charitable giving in North America. Pretty impressive. AFP firmly believes that the foundation of philanthropy is ethical fundraising, as evidenced through our code of ethical standards that all AFP members must adhere to. Locally, our Orange County chapter of AFP has nearly 300 members, and we're proud to say that National Philanthropy Day started right here in Orange County, thanks to the efforts of Doug Freeman, among many others. It's truly an honor for the Orange County chapter to recognize the outstanding contributions made by all honorees. The tireless efforts of these individuals, organizations, and businesses have directly helped countless people and improved the quality of life for everyone in Orange County. We're very glad you're here today, and now let's start the awards with our first award. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Lorraine Gordon, Vice President, Operations, Retirement Solutions Division at Pacific Life, to present our Outstanding Youth Award.
Today, more than ever, it's crucial that we encourage young people to appreciate, learn, and practice philanthropy as an essential joy of being engaged adults. The Outstanding Youth Award honors leaders under the age of 21 who have demonstrated extraordinary commitment to the community through direct financial support, development of charitable programs, volunteering, and/or leadership. I'm certain you'll agree the recipient of this year's Outstanding Youth Award is a tremendous example of those principles. Please turn your attention to the screens.
Is not only an example of someone who sees a need and finds a creative way to meet it, but he is also just an exceptional human being.
It's probably hard to pinpoint exactly when I or my wife and I first noticed or observed that Vanis had something different, compassion to do something for others, and it just evolved into something pretty special.
The first time we met Vanis, he came into Oasis Senior Center and wanted to know if he could pick up bottles and cans from us. He was 8, I think.
His personality is infectious, and I think that the people, once they got to know him and meet him, they just naturally wanted to help.
Our staff said, "Oh, what do you do with it?" And he said, "Well, I take it to the recycling place, and then I donate part of the money to Project Hope, and the rest of it I'm saving for college."
Vanis first came to Project Hope Alliance in about 2011, and he learned that there were homeless children in Orange County. And so he decided that he would donate a percentage of the money that he earned recycling things to help end homelessness.
The early days was just a school project. From that point, really was 100% his idea to just enlist the support of neighbors and friends. And so a business was born. Now it's truckloads and truckloads.
We have all these people who go to Harvard Business School to learn how to create and run enterprises with a triple bottom line. Well, at age 7, Vanis figured out how to do that by bettering the environment and donating the money to end homelessness for children. So there's something very tender and rad about a kid who ends homelessness for other kids in his own backyard.
I think it's good for the seniors to see that this young man's coming in and doing something really good.
He really teaches the grown-ups that if you can raise $5,400 in just a couple years doing recycling, then what's our excuse?
He has maturity beyond his years.
I would just like to say that if the future is in the hands of Vanis and kids like Vanis, we're all going to be okay.
Hey Pants, surprise, this has been real fun. You know how Mom and I feel about what you do. I know it's a dirty job. Someone has to do it. We're glad it's you. We love you. Very proud of you.
Vanis, I want to congratulate you for getting this wonderful honor. It says a lot about you and about your conviction to doing something better for the community, and we're all really proud of you here at Oasis.
Thank you for your dedication and willingness to recycle and to help Project Hope. All of your family, your uncles and your aunt and your nieces and your nephews are so proud of you. We love you. All of us wish you the best. Good job, Vanis.
Congratulations, Vanis. I think you are one absolutely exceptional human being and a really good egg.
Please welcome to the stage Vanis Buchholz, our Youth Leader Award winner.
Before I turn things over to Vanis, as part of National Philanthropy Day, our Orange County members have made a tradition of giving $2,500 of members' personal contributions through AFP Foundation to a charity of the Outstanding Youth Honorees choice. Well, Vanis has made his own tradition today, and he's chosen 2 charities to share the award. It's AFP Orange County's pleasure to present Vanis with funds for both Project Hope Alliance and Autism by the Sea. But wait, there's more. It's also our honor to recognize Vanis and his tremendous efforts with a scholarship check from AFP's Education Foundation for $750 for Vanis to continue with his professional development in education.
I can't even believe I'm standing up here. Who would have thought picking up trash would turn into all of this? My business is called My Recycler, and my business motto has always been, it's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. I'd like to address the dirty part. In my business, I've grown tolerant of maggots, cockroaches, rotten food, doggy bags, not the restaurant kind, and odors that make you gag. I am very grateful for this award. I want to thank AFP for recognizing me for what I do. It's still hard to believe I'm getting an award for something that's just part of my life, something I do every day. But I couldn't do it without a lot of help from other people. I'd like to take a moment to thank them again. My neighbors, who were my very first customers, my business accounts, including City of Newport Beach, John Wayne Cancer Foundation, Thinking Big Communications, and many, many more. Indosol, a San Francisco footwear company, my grandma and grandpa from Ohio, who we call Oma and Opa. They've both been to the recycling center where they've worked hard and got dirty. And of course, my mom and dad. Our family motto is work hard, have fun, and be kind. And we have lots of fun, but I also work hard at school, in sports, and in my business. I know I'm lucky. I'm a very fortunate kid, but there are lots of kids who don't have the basics. They don't have a fair chance. That's why I help Project Hope Alliance. They're awesome people who end homelessness for kids, and I'm glad to be helping them. In closing, thank you again, AFP, for my very special award. If there are any businesses here today that want to help the environment, and help kids at Project Hope, you know where to find me, and I'm open for business.
Jennifer is absolutely right. He is very rad.
I feel sorry for the person that has to follow that.
Yeah.
That won't be easy.
That's you.
Oh, well, no. I just get to introduce someone. It is my pleasure to introduce Robert Collar, co-founder, vice president, and general counsel of Gypsum Incorporated, to the stage. Robert will present our Outstanding Philanthropic Group Award. So please help me welcome Robert.
Just to correct the record, it's Givesum, G-I-V-S-U-M, no E, givesum.com. The Outstanding Philanthropic Group Award recognizes a volunteer group that has demonstrated extraordinary commitment to the community through direct involvement, financial support, and leadership. Please take a look at the screens.
Flock has been involved with Project Access for at least a few years now in multiple capacities. They provide volunteers for us, they help fundraise for us, they've done an awareness event for us. They do a lot for Project Access and helping support the work that we do.
I have had the honor of seeing them from their inception grow as an organization and just totally transform the way that young professionals in Orange County and now beyond Orange County are engaging with local nonprofits.
They are opening up the gateway to young professionals in our community and helping them take that first step into philanthropy, helping them learn how to volunteer, helping them learn what it means to be on a board, helping them learn what it means to really pour into their community and make a difference.
The vision that the leadership of Flock had from those beginning days was really to train and inspire young people to engage with their local nonprofits, to volunteer their time, to give money, to really invest. And they've really changed the face of philanthropy in Orange County, especially for the up and coming young generation.
And as we grow, Flock's support for us grows, and I come to Flock and ask for support, and they're there.
The original visionary behind Flock is Sean Weehand, and Sean is one of the most skilled people I know at uniting people behind a common vision. And so he gathered up a group of friends and said, what would it look like to engage our friends in doing nonprofit work?
Anyone that's met Sean knows that he's a passionate person. He's a go-getter. He's out there to really make a difference in the world, and he wants to build into the nonprofits that he's involved in, and his attitude and his excitement are contagious.
Flock originally stood for Future Leaders of Orange County, and eventually they changed it to Future Leaders of our community because they realized there was a need for this beyond Orange County. And so now there's chapters in LA and San Diego, and they hope to grow beyond California and into the rest of the country. Every month, Flock has their get-together, anywhere from 50 to 100 young people, and then they always invite a different nonprofit to each meeting who gives a presentation about their work, and then they always share about a volunteer opportunity or a need coming up. And so after each monthly meeting, there is a Flock gathering during the month to go and volunteer. They've actually engaged over 4,000 young professionals in the 7 years that they've been in existence, and they've actually introduced over 350 organizations to their network of young people. In the last 7 years, they have actually raised over $1.5 million for the organizations that they're partnering with. So they've made an extremely significant impact.
They step up and they walk beside nonprofits and they help them achieve the life-changing work that they're doing within the community.
Congratulations, Flock, and all the leadership, all the young professionals who've been involved in the last 7 years. Thank you so much for the work you're doing to make an impact on Orange County and all the organizations that are serving our community.
Sean, congratulations. Flock, congratulations. We love you at Project Access. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing for Project Access and for our entire community. We love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct privilege and honor to welcome to the stage Sean Wehan to accept the Outstanding Philanthropic Group Award on behalf of the future leaders of our community.
Wow, he was right. Following Vanis is going to be tough. That was inspiring. Just so you know, Vanis, in a few years, we're going to be recruiting you for future leaders of our community. You can inspire your other young professionals amongst yourself when you get there. So thank you very, very much for this award. On behalf of entire future leaders of our community, we accept it. We're so thrilled. It's a group award. This is not just Sean Wehan and my acceptance. It's all of us that have been members throughout the years, over 4,000 plus members. So thank you very much. Thank you especially to the Association of Fundraising Professionals, to all my guests who are here today with Flock, my parents, our Flock members, our Give Some team, sponsors and supporters, everyone who is celebrating with us today. Carrie, thank you so much for the nomination. And thank you to my beautiful fiance whose birthday it is today. Happy birthday, love. Thank you for being here with us as well and supporting our efforts. This is an exciting time for philanthropy. It's a time when a new generation of young professionals known as millennials are claiming the word philanthropy for their own. Millennials are learning that philanthropy isn't just for the most wealthy and successful, but that it is a lifestyle that can be embraced through the way they shop, the companies they work for, and the nonprofit organizations that they support through their time, skills, and money. And Flock's mission and vision from the beginning has been to advance philanthropy for this exciting young generation. We've done this on the ground by introducing our young professional members to hundreds of local nonprofits through hands-on experiences, events, and trainings. And now we are advancing philanthropy further through increasing one's impact through technology with our philanthropic platform called GiveSum. That's GIVSUM.com, a single platform to track and share all the philanthropic good that you do in the community. As the executive director of Flock, it has been a pleasure to watch young professionals discover the richness in adapting a lifestyle of philanthropy. Despite success in their personal and business lives, it's usually not until a young professional engages with their community that they truly find fullness. So let's continue to inspire one another to get engaged. Let's consider inspiring those who are amongst us who are in their 20s and 30s who are looking to do something but don't know where to start. Let's continue to point them in the right direction. Thank you so much. The future is bright. Thank you.
He had nothing to worry about. That was a fabulous message. All right, we get to move on to the next fabulous award. It's my pleasure to introduce Janie Wolicki, the CEO of WHW, Women Helping Women. She will present the Outstanding Small Corporation Award. Please, a warm welcome for Janie.
The Outstanding Small Corporation Award recognizes a business with fewer than 50 employees that has demonstrated a consistent commitment to philanthropy through its involvement in one or more nonprofit organizations in Orange County. Outstanding businesses make a difference not only by providing financial support, but also by being leaders in the community and by driving innovation, that improves the quality of life for everyone living in Orange County. Please watch our screens for a video tribute.
One of the things that has always stood out to me about every single person that I've met in the Bascom group is their true desire to make a difference in the community that they live in and that they serve.
What is rare about them is that they all are involved. So it's not just, David Kim, the CEO, and Paul Diamond. It's the whole team that's involved and invested.
Bascom really understands what their impact is, not just on the particular person that they might be helping or working with, but what it means to our community. An employed community is a strong community, and helping to get people jobs, helping people to stay in their jobs, helping people to be successful in their jobs is helping all of us.
Really, when we look at the Bascom group, they're touching all different aspects of what we do here because we've got a lot of moving parts to help people get back to work, and they're really involved in just about every aspect.
So one of the key projects that the Bascom group gets involved in as a partnership with WHW is our Boys to Men event, which is a day of empowerment for young men that are about to be emancipated from the foster care system. Many of these young men have been bounced from home to home and haven't really had a solid foundation. And our Boys to Men event really puts very professional men in partnership with these young men to provide them with their first professional outfit, to do mock interviews with them, and really just to spend some quality time with them to help them be prepared for what's coming ahead once they're emancipated.
And the Bascom group not only wanted to be part of the volunteers in helping them prepare, but they wanted to go out and purchase the suits themselves.
They are willing to do whatever it takes to really help equip our job seekers to find employment.
And that first job for foster children is so critical. Without it, most of them will end up on the street or they will end up in jail.
And so these guys from the Bascom group take this seriously. They really try to get to know these guys and work with these guys. The Bascom group even had one of the youth come and serve as an intern for the summer. And so they are looking at ways that they can even extend beyond this one-day experience to help provide support and help mentor these young men.
I can say that the number of lives that they've impacted have been in the thousands.
They're making a big difference in Orange County.
Congratulations to you, David Kim, Jerry Fink, and the whole Bascom team. We are so excited for this day.
Congratulations, Bascom. You deserve it.
Congratulations to everyone at Bascom Group for winning this award with National Philanthropy Day. We love you.
Please welcome to the stage David Kim to accept the Outstanding Small Corporation Award on behalf of the Bascom Group, LLC.
What a privilege. I can say that from personal experience, volunteers throughout my childhood have had an impact on me, Boys Club of America, the Awana organization, so on and so forth. So it's a little bit odd that I sit up here today. It's just part of what we do. We like to do it quietly. We believe in mitzvah, and I thank you all for being here. I thank WHW, outstanding organization. They've placed over 30,000 job seekers since 1993, raised household incomes by 600%, which essentially helps the entire community. Save taxpayers $30 million. That's a good thing. A few words that I'd like to share that I remind myself. I pretty much take a walk every morning and think about what I call KLC, which is kindness, love, and compassion. In a world where we may need to be reminded of that, I remind myself that it's not what I've bought, but maybe what I've built. Not what we have, but what we gave. It's not about success, which may be an illusion, failure. Rudyard Kipling talked about that in a poem, If. It's not about success, but maybe the significance we've had on each and every life. to avoid errors of omission as much as commission, where turning your head and having a blind eye when there's a situation of need and assuming that somebody else will step up, I think is an odd phenomenon, but we remind ourselves that errors of omission may be just as serious as errors of commission. It's not what we learned, but what we taught. And what matters is our integrity, our compassion, courage, sacrifice, what we've enriched, empowered, and how we've encouraged others to follow our lead. And essentially, part of my belief system and our belief system is may fall within karmic realms, and being a commercial real estate professional in Orange County, I really hope I don't come back as a bacterial infection. So that's why we do what we do. Thank you.
That was great. Thank you, David.
Inspiring
Yep.
and humorous.
Yes, very well said. It's my pleasure now to introduce Jim Mezo. He's the Global President Zeiss and Chairman Neurotech to the stage. Jim is going to present our Outstanding Volunteer Award. So please welcome everyone, Mr. Jim Mezo.
Thanks very much. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? I've never followed a bacterial infection before, so it's a first for me in my life. I am really honored to recognize the Outstanding Volunteer Fundraiser Award, recognizing volunteers who have demonstrated exceptional leadership in coordinating and motivating others to accomplish a philanthropic project. I think that's the important point, is that they help motivate others to do even better things. And this couple is truly an outstanding group. They've given so much to Orange County, they've given so much to each and every one of us, so it's an honor for me to just stand here and recognize them. So without further ado, please look at the screen.
Since we've been open 13 years ago, Irv and Nancy have been the stalwarts of our Jewish community and Jewish Community Center.
Since I've been at Families Forward, Nancy and Irv Chase have been a force to be reckoned with.
They contribute in so many different ways, not only through their financial generosity, but through their incredible spirit and sense of belief in everything that they participate in.
We know they're incredibly generous people. That goes without saying. To me, even more important is the kind of affection that they display in every interaction with the university. It's not just the physical generosity per se, but it's the heart that goes into that.
I think Irv and Nancy are always about not only the gift, but about believing in how the gift can move people forward.
Nancy has this crew of women here. Every week they give up their time to make other people's lives better.
She has been instrumental in every program of Families Forward, of not only in fundraising, but volunteering, working directly with our families, helping with program, new ideas. She's everywhere and does everything.
Irv, who does nothing halfway. So when he got involved with Chapman University, it's full bore ahead and has done just a magnificent job of volunteering there.
Nancy and Irv are the co-chairs of the Board of Visitors for our Rogers Center for Holocaust Education. Irv is the son of survivors, and in that role, they are the representatives of everything that we believe in and are trying to build here at Chapman University.
It's not just the generosity, but it's really the ability of getting other people to the table. And they do it by first of all, giving the example.
You just look at this network of Jewish causes, but then Chapman University, Families Forward. They're people that have had such an incredible ripple effect throughout the entire community.
The key to Irv and Nancy is not so much that they give, because they do, and not so much that they volunteer, because they do. It's the fact that people look at them and they inspire others to give and to volunteer.
Nancy and Irv, congratulations on this so well-deserved award. I am so thrilled that we at the Rogers Center at Chapman University can be part of this very special event.
I want to congratulate Irv and Nancy on winning this award. The Mirage Jewish Community Center and our Jewish community is indebted to them for all they do.
Nancy and Irv, you so deserve this honor, and I am proud to be a part of a group that is recognizing your commitment to Orange County today.
Nancy and Irv, I'd like to express to you my most heartfelt congratulations, not just as president of Chapman University, but really as a friend. You have been terrific friends to me, and I'm really happy to see you recognized for all that you bring to Chapman and frankly to the entire community. Thank you, and we love you.
Nancy and Irv, you have two Italians to recognize you. You must be special. Nancy and Irv Chase.
Can't believe that's really us. We are sincerely honored and humbled by being a recipient of a National Philanthropy Day Award. We congratulate all the nominees, award recipients, and everyone in this room who makes philanthropy a part of their life. Thank you to the Association of Fundraising Professionals and co-chairs Catherine Spears and Julia Foster for this wonderful luncheon. My philanthropy is rooted in my upbringing. My earliest childhood memories are of my parents of blessed memory instilling in their children a love for America, the country that granted the two penniless and stateless Holocaust survivors sanctuary and blessed them with freedoms that they were denied in Europe, and a sense of responsibility to repay America for what it had given our family. This patriotism, coupled with my parents' practice of the Jewish people's ancient religious tenet of tikkun olam, to repair the world, are the foundations of my giving.
Thank you to Chapman University for giving us the opportunity to support educational programs that have as their goal the nurturing of global citizens who are inspired to build a world devoid of hate and governed by social justice. Thank you to the Mirage Jewish Community Center for supporting JCC Cares in its mission of volunteering at many Orange County charitable organizations, especially on Christmas Day, where hundreds of volunteers go out into the community to make a difference. We are also fortunate to volunteer at the JCC with the Young Philanthropist, where teens learn the hows and whys of charitable giving. Thank you to Families Forward for the opportunity to volunteer helping homeless families move into housing and a more stable life, and do it with dignity and loving care. And most of all, I want to thank my mom, Sandy, who is in the audience, and my dad of blessed memory, for instilling in me the love for philanthropy and volunteering. To all our children and future generations, we hope you will pay it forward. Thank you.
Isn't this wonderful? Isn't every second of this day wonderful? All right. Well, this is a privilege as well as an opportunity. Before we go any further, please direct your attention to the screen as we enjoy a video from one of our longtime sponsors.
Visionaries, pioneers, inventors, creatives. The people of our community have shaped and evolved Southern California into a very special place. PBS SoCal KOCE is proud to be a part of this vibrant community and to have served you over the last 45 years, bringing you content and experiences as unique as SoCal itself, at home, online, and in the community. PBS SoCal KOCE is your PBS.
I'm very proud to be a part of the PBS KOCE family. And I'm delighted they've had this opportunity to sponsor this event for many, many years.
And the good thing is we get you, Maria, too.
Yay!
So we're happy to have you back. Yes, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage at this time UC Irvine Vice Chancellor of University Advancement, Brian T. Hervey.
Wow, truly inspiring honorees today. This is an incredible day for philanthropy and for our community. It's my distinct honor right now to introduce Mr. Doug Freeman. He's an instrumental volunteer leader and advisor to many, many nonprofits in our community. He's a retired tax attorney. He was the founder of Los Angeles and Orange County law firm Freeman, and Samueli. He's currently the executive vice president and director of trust services and consulting at First Foundation Bank. He's the author of 3 books. He's written over 30 articles on philanthropy and wealth planning, and he's a true leader in philanthropy, honored at numerous civic and philanthropic awards, including UCI's Medal and the Men of Character by the Orange County Council and the Boy Scouts of America. He has served as chairman of the board for the Literacy Project. He's a life director of the California Institute of the Arts and the Pacific Symphony, and has provided incredible leadership to the University of California, Irvine, serving as a longtime board member, as the past chair of our Board of Trustees, and chair of the UCI's very successful and unprecedented $1 billion campaign for shaping the future of UCI. And if that's not enough, for all the things he's done for philanthropy and in service to our field, he's the founder of National Philanthropy Day, not just here, but all of them. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Doug Freeman.
Brian, thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you have the same reaction every time you come to these events as I do, but I'm always awed by the men, the women, and the children that we see that have served our community so well. When you add that background of the people we've already met today and who we're going to continue to meet, plus what all of you have been doing all of your lives, it's truly stunning and awe-inspiring, and I thank you for that. I thank you for coming here today to celebrate our collective generosity. I was asked by the committee to talk about sort of the future of philanthropy in Orange County, and I was happy to do that. It just turned out that about 16 years ago, I wrote an article on the eve of the inauguration of George Bush, year 2000, and I was forecasting, prognosticating the future, what would philanthropy look like in the year 2010. And of course, I was absolutely right on everything I said. I only forgot one tiny possibility, and that tiny possibility was the elimination of the estate tax, which of course occurred in 2010. So when you hear about me prognosticating, take it with a little bit of grain of salt, but I'm going to do it again because I was asked to do it. And this time I want to give you something I think you could probably rely on, and that is, and it's going to have an impact on all of us, there will be the repeal of the estate tax in 2017. Now, I want to talk about that because it has a lot of ramifications about where we're all headed as a community and as a country. First of all, you got to understand the tax came into effect in 1916. But there are some economic reasons why it's probably a good idea to get rid of this thing. First of all, it only raises less than 1% of all the federal revenue. That's 0.6%. It doesn't affect very many people. In 2013, out of 2.6 million people who passed away, 4,700 of them had a sufficiently large estate that would trigger a tax. That's 1/5 of 1%, 0.2%. Not a lot of money, not a lot of people affected, but it has significant potential impact. So there are those that think that if the tax is removed, it's going to actually increase our deficit because the money that was raised reduces the deficit carries interest. They calculated this in the trillion. There are political reasons that it will likely go. It's been a dream of the Republicans for a long, long time. It's primarily a perception that it's a tax on assets that didn't need to be taxed, already had been taxed. There's an opposite view by a lot of people that said it was built in 1916 to break up dynastic wealth. It's still important to do that, it's felt. So there's this political issue that gets bounced back and forth. Then there's the philanthropic impact, and this is really what the issue is for all of us here today. What's it going to do to all of our nonprofits in the country? Now understand, bequests leave about, well, last year, $28 billion to charity. That's 8% of all the money that was raised. And if you look back over the last 25, 30, 35, 40 years, the amount of money raised through people leaving gifts at their passing always is somewhere between 7, 8 to 9% of all the money given. Historically, the average is about 8%. So if it has an impact, we need to be prepared for it. But let me tell you something from my perspective. I think they got it all wrong. If you want to know the truth, I think they got it all wrong. Because everything I've been talking about is about how people give during life, through their companies, through foundations, at death. It's nothing to do with why people give. Why people give. You want to know why they give? Ask Vanis. Ask Flock. Ask the Chases. Ask Tom and Elizabeth Tierney. Ask them, why are you doing this? And the answer is never about tax. It's never about saving the family farm. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the generosity and the compassion of the American spirit. It was here before there was a tax. The oldest foundation of which I'm aware, and contrary to the popular view that many of you may have, I didn't create this. Benjamin Franklin left 1,000 pounds sterling in a trust to help young apprentices go into business. And at the death, at the end of 200 years, he said it, not me, 200 years, he wanted it to sunset and end and go to the city of Philadelphia. Now, he wasn't worried about tax. He was trying to help young men, and he was trying to help his community, and he was trying to do the right. That was 1789. It was here when we had a estate tax rate of 77%. 1941 to 1976. It was here when the estate tax was repealed in 2010. 8% was given away in the year when you did not need to worry about estate tax. You could transfer your entire wealth to your children. You can give it. I always suggest they give it to their lawyers, but no one ever did that. The estate tax was gone, and people still allocated 8% of the total, $23 billion in the year 2010 was given away to charity at death, and there was no tax. Why will it be here when the tax goes away? Because I believe, like you believe, that we're doing this because we want to make an impact. We want to make a difference. We want to change lives. We want to lift the spirits of those for whom hope was taken. We want to build a healthy, vibrant community. We're doing it because we care, because this is what meaning is in our own lives. This is why we feel so grateful about this country, that we want to help someone else share in some of the bounty that we've enjoyed. I think I had a peanut. That we've enjoyed. So I'm going to close by saying something that I had written 25 years ago. And I think it's as true today as it was when I wrote it 25 years ago. How you leave your wealth is as much a reflection of who you are as how you earned it, but remembered a lot longer. So to all of you, to our honorees, thank you, and God bless you all.
And thank you, Doug. This was a great idea.
At this point, we do want to welcome Frank Pine. Frank is going to come on stage. He's going to present the Outstanding Large Corporation Award. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage Frank Pine. He is the executive editor of the Orange County Register, as he will present the Outstanding Large Corporation Award. Pleasure.
Thank you all for being here tonight. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here representing the Orange County Register and to be a part of this group of so many people who give so much to make Orange County a wonderful place. It's my honor today to introduce the Outstanding Large Corporation Award. This award recognizes a business with more than 500 employees that has created a culture of philanthropy within its organization. The honoree demonstrates an outstanding commitment to philanthropy through its financial support of one or more nonprofit organizations and has a strong leadership involvement in the volunteer participation of its workforce, thus establishing a role model for other businesses in our community. Please turn your attention to the screens.
Orange County has been fortunate to have a number of large companies that have helped build and grow our community. And Pacific Life, with Walter B. Gherkin, embedded in their company a commitment to Orange County that continues to this day.
Pacific Life sees all of the critical issues that are facing Orange County. They have an ear to the ground because they have such a great partnership with the nonprofits that they invest in, that they can be a voice and move the needle forward on all of the critical issues for our county.
Pacific Life is one of those bread and butter companies in our community that nonprofits like ours can count on. They really are good guys. They've stuck with us and many other nonprofits in Orange County over the decades, supporting charitable efforts throughout our community.
Pacific Life is a large company here in Orange County, but when it comes to its commitment to the community, it gets down to their individuals, their employees. They have a robust community involvement team that participates and partners with a number of different nonprofit entities.
Pacific Life sets the bar for corporate social responsibility. They are one of the leaders in our community who not only infuse the community with funding, but they are a true partner with the nonprofits in helping to shine the light on our community's social issues.
One of the ways in which the Pacific Life Foundation has demonstrated leadership in our community is to identify specific community needs that they think need to be addressed and addressed now. Most recently, they did that around the area of senior health and senior nutrition, identifying particular partners in the community that they might join with to help provide more opportunities for seniors to remain healthy and live independently in their own homes.
We have the fastest growing senior population in the country. Pacific Life knows that this is a real critical issue for Orange County, and they're stepping up.
So trying to find organizations that are willing to stand behind seniors and put them on the radar screen where the needs are going to become so intense, I think shows vision and leadership by Pacific Life.
They've helped us as an organization be able to build and grow, develop our capacity to inspire, equip, and mobilize other companies like Pacific Life to get engaged in partnerships with nonprofit organizations so that we can have a more vibrant, healthy Orange County.
Pacific Life Foundation, congratulations for this great honor and receiving this award.
I'd like to offer my congratulations on behalf of 10C and the other 5,764 nonprofits in Orange County who welcome and need the participation of great companies like Pacific Life and their foundation.
The OC Food Bank and Community Action Partnership of Orange County would like to offer our congratulations to the Pacific Life Foundation for all that you've done for our community for so many years.
Congratulations, Pacific Life. I can't think of another corporation that is more deserving of this award, and I can't believe it's taken us so long to give it to you.
And now to accept the Outstanding Large Corporation Award on behalf of Pacific Life, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage Tennyson Euler, President of the Pacific Life Foundation.
Thank you, Frank. I'd also like to thank our partners who nominated Pacific Life for this tremendous honor. Dan at 1OC, Holly at Senior Serve, and Doug and Mark at KPOC and OC Food Bank. We greatly appreciate it. And I am accepting this award on behalf of our employees who over the many decades have given freely of their time to volunteer thousands of hours annually, as well as the company's commitment to help and support the Pacific Life Foundation, enabling the foundation to give out over $95 million in community grants. Most of that money has stayed here in Orange County over the past 31 years. The Pacific Life Foundation is also very proud of our long-term partnership with the hundreds of local nonprofits, many of whom are represented in this room today, who do amazing work in the community, and we are honored to work with you and continue to be impressed with the progress you have made to help so many in need. I truly believe that as a company, it's easy for us to give out the money. The hard work is really done at the nonprofit local level, where they are out actually on the streets doing the work. Pacific Life has also been very fortunate to work side by side with many corporations and foundations represented here in the audience. We applaud your philanthropic efforts to support the community, and we encourage you to continue your efforts to ensure that those in need in Orange County continue to have the resources that they need to succeed in life. It is only through the sum of all of our efforts that we can make a significant impact in our community. Congratulations to all of today's honorees, and Pacific Life is delighted to be among you. Thank you.
Money.
It's great.
It is great.
It's fantastic.
And thank you so much. We're not done. We are going to give out the award for the Outstanding Midsize Business or Corporation Award. And at this point, it is my pleasure to introduce Jeffrey Herman. He is the President and Scout Executive. He's from the Orange County Council of the Boy Scouts of America. So we know he's going to be prepared. I was a scout myself. Who wasn't, right? A young boy growing up in Orange County. Anyway, he will present our Outstanding Midsize Corporation Award. So please welcome Jeffrey.
The Outstanding Midsize Business or Corporation Award recognizes a business with 50 to 499 employees that demonstrates an outstanding commitment to philanthropy through its financial support of one or more not-for-profit organizations. Further, its leadership involvement and volunteer participation of its workforce serves as an example for others to emulate. Let's enjoy the video together.
Philanthropy is not just about giving money, it's really using your resources and your gifts and your talents to make an impact, to make our community a better place to live. And I know Fluidmaster has made a significant contribution here in Orange County, and especially in forming leaders to make this world a better place to live.
Mr. Shopey, or Adolf as he was known, started Fluidmasters many years ago. And one of the things that he did very well is to help the scouting program. Young men and women have the opportunity to grow exponentially because of the Irvine Ranch Outdoor Education Center and Lost Valley. And those legacies come directly from the Shopey family and Fluidmaster.
They give, in fact, in many ways, till it hurts, to make our community a better place to live.
Fluidmaster is very engaged with Habitat for Humanity of Orange County. They do team build days, and in fact, last year, we held a major event in their warehouse. We took over the entire warehouse for about a week.
Normally we would have it at a build site, but because of the build schedule, we weren't able to do that, so Fluidmaster graciously allowed us to bring 80 people into their warehouse and build framing for 5 homes. We raised over $120,000 as a result of that event.
The impact that the Shopey family and Fluidmaster has had on the community through its legacy of giving has had immeasurable impact on the lives of young people in this county for many years.
One of the things about the Boy Scouts is it teaches its young people to leave a place in better shape than they found it. And I think Fluidmaster makes such an impact that they leave our community in better shape than it was as a result of their involvement and engagement in our local community.
They are outward thinking, community thinking, and that is led by Todd Talbot, the CEO, and it's reflected in all of his employees. Fluidmaster not only supports us with product, but also with very strong in-kind donations of time, talent, and treasure. They really are good partners in helping us build a home for a family.
On behalf of the Board of Directors and the staff at Habitat for Humanity of Orange County, I want to congratulate the entire staff and employees of Fluidmaster on winning this award.
I'd like to offer my congratulations to Fluidmaster for the outstanding work that they do in our communities.
I am honored today to recognize Fluidmaster. Andy King and Todd Talbot have led the way for an organization that is well deserving of this award.
I'd like to congratulate Fluidmaster and Robert Anderson Shopey and the Shopey family for receiving this honor, this recognition for their years of commitment and service, making Orange County a better place to live.
Please help me welcome Robert Anderson Shopey to accept the Outstanding Midsize Corporation Award on behalf of Fluidmaster.
Thank you, Jeff, and good afternoon, everyone. It is exciting to see so many caring people involved in philanthropy in Orange County. I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of Fluidmaster. My father, Mr. Shopey, founded Fluidmaster in 1957 with 7 goals, one of them being be a good citizen in the community. He was a man who got great pleasure from volunteering and teaching people life skills. He instilled this value in his family and his business. Today, we continue to keep this as one of our core principles and inspire this tradition in all of our locations around the world. As a distinguished Eagle Scout, the Boy Scouts of Orange County have been an organization close to my heart. It's a pleasure supporting them, helping them provide the opportunities to teach outdoor skills, leadership, and values, and create lasting memories for our youth. The partnership with Habitat for Humanity is a fun and rewarding one. It provides a great opportunity to give back to the community, hone your construction skills, and create meaningful team bonding experiences. If you haven't done a house build, you should try it. I'd like to recognize Todd Talbot, our president, and the rest of our senior management team for continuing to promote the philanthropy culture within Fluidmaster. We now have several employees who have joined nonprofit boards and have increased the number of employees who volunteer on a regular basis in their communities. I would like to thank the Association of Fundraising Professionals for hosting this event and the tremendous job they've done to bring people together through philanthropy. I would like to thank the Boy Scouts of America and Habitat Humanity for nominating Fluidmaster. Thank you again for this award.
I love looking out over the sea of people, of all these people that I admire so much. This is just really wonderful.
Well, especially when we're bombarded with all the negativity, it's nice to know that there's a lot of good being done out there. So this is a day to celebrate for sure. We're still celebrating. It's my pleasure to introduce Teddy Ray, board member, Crystal Cove Alliance, and 2006 Outstanding Volunteer Fundraiser. We'll introduce Teddy to the stage here, and he will present our outstanding. She will present. I won't be back next year after that.
Yes, you will. We forgive him, do we not? Yes, of course we do.
Teddy, she will present our Outstanding Founder Award. Please help me welcome Teddy Ray. And I should have just looked to the right, Teddy, I'm sorry.
Well, I am over the moon to present the next honoree. The Outstanding Founder Award recognizes an individual for their achievement, leadership, and vision. These outstanding founders have established a successful nonprofit organization dedicated to providing charitable services to the community, or or improving the quality of life to the people in Orange County. Please turn your attention to the screens.
Crystal Cove State Park was purchased in 1979, and a general plan for the park was developed.
So in 2001, the state awarded a private developer contract that the Cove could be given a 60-year lease and become a private resort.
And I think a lot of people in Newport, Laguna, and all over, I think they were very upset about this. But Laura is the one who stepped up and said, hey, you can't take away Crystal Cove.
From a state park manager standpoint, I saw Laura as the perfect and welcome storm. She was equal parts passion, tenacity, and diplomacy, which was very helpful as we moved forward with the public process for figuring out, as stewards of the California state parks, what the people of California really wanted this special place to become.
I think Laura's motivation stems from her own family legacy. Her grandparents met on the beach back in the 20s, and then her parents met in the 40s. They took up one of the cottages. So Laura knows the story about every family that occupied a cottage in the Cove. So for her not to have every cottage renovated and complete is kind of letting down the family that lived there for all those years.
She really had vision as well. It wasn't just, I'm going to stop those guys from a hotel, but I'm going to create something that, long after I'm gone, Crystal Cove will be here for everybody.
Not only is Crystal Cove a destination for guests to spend the night, but it was Laura's vision to create an educational classroom as well. So we bring children down to this site, sometimes not that far from the coast, and it's their first visit to the beach. So we're inspiring the next generation.
We knew we would be delivering quality programming to the public, helping people appreciate and understand why this place is special. Laura was instrumental in helping make sure that we had the right group of people figuring out what those types of plans would look like.
She's made Crystal Cove a model of a public-private partnership. I mean, there are state parks all over the state that are coming and looking at Crystal Cove and saying, how did you do it? And I promise you, the state parks people will say, you need a Laura Davik on your side.
And Laura really forged some new ground. I happen to be privileged enough to be the state park representative to that public-private partnership. Not only did Laura participate in that, learn about it, but then she turned her energy into leadership and mentoring so that lessons learned here could be translated into lifting the entire state park system up. So every park needs a Laura Davik.
She really is a force of nature. She's Tropical Storm Laura or Hurricane Laura. She just kind of moves in and she gets things done. And it's a legacy that she's making happen here.
Laura, I'm so proud of you. I love our friendship. I love working with you. We're kindred spirits. And enjoy yourself today. No one deserves this more than you.
Laura, congratulations. This is such a huge honor for you and you're so deserving of it. Enjoy.
Laura, on behalf of all of the state parks leadership, past and present, just want to tell you congratulations on your well-deserved recognition.
Congratulations, Laura. Well deserved.
Oh God, that's so awkward seeing myself on screen. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Laura Davick to the stage. That would be great. Thank you.
Oh my word, what a room full. This takes my breath away. A very heartfelt thank you to the Association for Fundraising Professionals and for bringing together all these people today in this room. What an impressive room of real change makers. This is such an overwhelming honor for me and for my organization. 17 years ago, I had this dream that the luxury resort at Crystal Cove was a bad idea, and that I wanted to be part of creating the next Crystal Cove. The Crystal Cove that I had experienced for a lifetime was threatened, and I can only compare it to, I felt like a mama bear trying to protect her 46 cubs. Over the years, a few people have said and asked, so how did you get that stopped? And I said, well, there's one thing I learned. You never, ever, ever take no for an answer. So when I look back over the last 17 years, I realize that there have been many people that have inspired me and guided me. You saw the picture of my mother and my father, both my parents, Bob and Peggy Davick, who have both passed away long ago before I started this. They taught me when I was growing up that anything was possible if you worked hard enough and if you set your mind to it. And I thank them for that. Also, thanks to them, my passion started on the shores of Crystal Cove as a young girl, and it still continues today. So in great part, this award also is for them. Early on, I learned that it's okay if you don't know everything, as long as you get the right people on the bus. And that's one thing I pride myself on. Whether it be personal advisors, mentors, board members, colleagues, or many of the donors and supporters that have been helping along the way, I've been so very blessed and so fortunate. I didn't really know the first thing about setting up a nonprofit organization, I'll be quite honest with you. But being a bit of an entrepreneur, I figured I would just give it a go. My love for the Cove carried me through in the early days and challenging times. Crystal Cove and our organization means so very much to me. It's changed my life in so many amazing ways, from the people that I've met to the fact that I now have this sense of purpose to my life. So I guess our dreams do ultimately inspire our destiny. We shape our dreams and they shape us. I would love to share the magic of Crystal Cove with each and every one of you here today. So I have an invitation for you. I'd love for you to come down and join me at Crystal Cove for a tour sometime. Yes, I know it isn't easy to score a cottage. Yes, I know. But if you come down to my tour, I'll give you some hot tips. But this is really just the tip of the iceberg at Crystal Cove. Our outdoor classrooms in our education programs are impacting the lives of so many young students. We're creating environmental stewards for the future at Crystal Cove. So please join me. I have 11 public tours in 2017, and I look forward to showing you the Crystal Cove I love so dearly. Come on the tour, fall in love, join this legacy of Crystal Cove. Thank you so very much. This means very much the world to me.
And of course, poor Laura has the ugliest office in all of Orange County.
Yeah. Not a good view, right?
No, nothing is. No, but she's right. The education programs are exquisite, and we have a great deal to thank her for. Now we have someone else to thank. It's my pleasure to introduce Susan Samueli, co-founder of the Samueli Foundation, to the stage, and she will present our Outstanding Philanthropist Award. Please welcome Susan.
We have to move a few pages here for me. Thank you.
No worries. Is this?
First of all, I want to thank you all for being here, but also to congratulate all the honorees. As Doug Freeman said, I'm truly in awe of all of them. The Outstanding Philanthropist Award recognizes an outstanding individual, family, and family foundation with a proven record of exceptional financial generosity and volunteer leadership to one or more Orange County nonprofit organizations, who has demonstrated extraordinary civic and charitable responsibility and whose generosity inspires others to philanthropic action. Please turn your attention to the screens for the brief video.
You know, there are so many people who support the nonprofits here in Orange County, and so many very worthy nonprofits. But Sandy's impact has been, I think, exceptional.
She's got more to give than most, and she's run with that passion. She's looked at others before she's looked at herself, and we all have benefited from what she's done in our community.
She's a visionary. She has extreme passions, and when she's passionate about something, nothing stops her.
I've known Sandy now for 12 years, and I had an opportunity to watch her be central to the creation of not one, but two areas related to education. The creation of the School of Education and the creation of the Samueli Academy.
We knew over 15 years ago that we needed to create a high school because our foster children needed a high school that they could call their own, that they could graduate from, and that they could be successful with.
The school that they described was one that made me excited, made the chancellor excited, and we wanted UCI to be able to be part of this vision that they had.
Sandy was unstoppable when it came to creating the high school.
It has one of the highest attendance rates in all of Orange County. Its test scores are some of the best in the county. So the dream that Sandy had through vision and then just an enormous amount of hard work is now a reality.
If it weren't for Sandy, this would never have been accomplished. She is the one that got it done.
She's caring, she's compassionate, and she is persistent.
For 15 years, she's been my partner in crime to accomplish so many goals in Orange County, to help the underserved, to help the needy, just to be there when people need it.
It's a widespread impact, but it's also a very powerful impact that she's had.
She's the kind of person you want to surround yourself with when you're in charge of getting something done, because you know you'll be successful if she's got her hand in it.
Everything she puts her mind to, she accomplishes.
She really inspires people to go the extra mile because she does herself.
I can't think of a more appropriate person to be chosen for this award. I want to congratulate you personally and on behalf of all of us at the Orangewood Foundation.
Sandy, congratulations on this day and this recognition. You are so deserving, and I'm so happy for you.
Sandy, I want to congratulate you on this wonderful honor. You are so deserving of it. You've made such an impact, and you're an inspiration to all of us. Thank you.
I would like to congratulate you, Sandy. I think you deserve this award more than probably anyone has ever deserved this award. I'm so proud of you, and I love you. So, ladies and gentlemen, here to accept the award as this year's Outstanding Philanthropist Award is Sandra Jackson, my good friend and partner in crime.
Oh, this is a bit overwhelming. And I'm not sure it's a good idea to eat salad before you public speak. The amount of brain power and goodness in this room is overwhelming, and I think there's enough energy in here to send us all to the moon. I'm so honored to receive this award, and especially humbled to be in the company of all these honorees, past and present, and the nominees as well. I want to congratulate you all for how you sustain Orange County and the work that you do, because it's absolutely crucial. Receiving this honor, many people have asked me, why do you do what you do? What sparked you? What happened in your life that really wanted to make you participate in philanthropy? I've come to the conclusion that I was blessed with 3 major empowerments besides love: support, opportunity, and expectation. Early in my lives, as we've heard from many other people, their parents influenced them and gave them these things. In my situation, having a physically impaired brother offered many opportunities for us to support each other as a team and to be inspired by his resiliency. I was also given an opportunity and expectation of education. I think education brings both a personal awareness and an awareness outside oneself, an awareness also of what's happening in the world, both the good and the injustices. The opportunity of raising children, right there are my children, inspired my husband and I to want to leave the world a better place for them. I want to thank my husband, Doug, and my children, Kristen, Corey, and DJ. I should say our children. For your love and support and the balance that you add to our lives. I learned so much from just listening to you. Another profound influence for me has been from working with exceptional people and organizations. And I've learned from you all, I have learned the essence of organization, inspiration, of philanthropy. In the time allotted for us today, it's impossible to name you all, but I think you know who you are. We've walked together, and we've been at this a long time, in causes for healthcare, cancer care and research, performing arts, education, and youth services. And I just want to say to Marion Bergensen, we really miss you and the contributions you've made. The bonus in philanthropy are the wonderful people we work with and the lifelong friendships that we make. I want to thank all my friends. There's a saying that talent is equally distributed in society, but opportunity is not. That is why my focus now is on the power of equal opportunity for good education. We're so proud of the Samueli Academy and its student-focused hybrid education model. I want to thank Susan and Henry Samueli and the Orangewood Foundation for foster youth and youth services, the Academy Board of Trustees, and Anthony Saba, our incredible head of school, for your belief and tireless work to make this school a reality. And I want to thank Mayor Polito and Santa Ana and the University of California of Irvine for your support and strong hand in making this school a possibility. I am thankful for the opportunities I have had, and I think that our commitment to philanthropy can be a great equalizer to ensure most of our society is given that support, opportunity, and expectations in their lives. I just want to end with 2 of my favorite quotes. The first from the Bible is that philanthropy is a way to honor the sacredness of each individual. And from Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon with which you can change the world. So I want to thank everyone associated with National Philanthropy Day. Doug Freeman, I don't know when you had this idea if you even realized what the impact would be 31 years later, and I'm very honored to accept this award. Thank you.
I agree. I can't hear Marion's name without crying. We miss her very much. We're about to really do our last award here, but I would like to acknowledge these wonderful videos that were produced by Bill Ennis of Media Magic, and I think he always does such an incredible job. Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Frank Talarico Jr. He's the president and CEO of Goodwill Orange County, and he will present our Legacy Award. Please help me welcome Frank to the stage.
Well, to say it is my honor to present this year's Legacy Award winners would be the grossest understatement of the afternoon. The Legacy Award recognizes the cumulative philanthropic efforts of an individual, family, or family foundation over a period of 10 or more years of exceptional generosity, who, through direct financial support, demonstrates outstanding civic and charitable responsibility, and whose generosity encourages others to take philanthropic leadership roles in this community. I ask you to direct your attention to the video.
You know, you've lived a good life if your name is associated not just with generosity, but with honor and integrity and service. And on that measure, Tom and Elizabeth Tierney have lived exemplary lives.
They've been such amazing supporters of the Sagerstrom Center, the Orange County Museum of Art, UCI. So many great organizations have contributed so much to this great community that we live in.
The legacy, if we want to be very specific, is the example that they set for other leaders in this county on the right way to behave, the right way to lead.
Whether it's at great research universities or at places like Goodwill or in the arts or anywhere where people need help to serve this great community in a deeper and better way, Tom and Elizabeth have always been there.
I think they're the perfect marriage of success and humility. We don't see that very often in very successful folks, and having that sense of humility that should be married with success is something that they've role modeled for us very, very well.
But when I think of Tom and Elizabeth, I think of Tom and Elizabeth. They're a team that have worked together on so many shared causes and shared passions.
Over a 30-year period, Tom and Elizabeth have held every important leadership position that a great and dedicated volunteer could possibly hold at the university. There's not a corner of the university that has not been touched and advanced because of their dedication, their leadership, their advice, and their character. Orange County has its only academic medical center because of their leadership. Our School of Arts has been advanced because of their leadership. Our students have benefited tremendously from the scholarships and support they've generated. And in particular, I know how proud they are to have given support especially for our veteran students. And it's because of them that UC Irvine is one of the top colleges and universities in America serving our wonderful veterans.
Tom and Elizabeth are very dedicated to successfully transitioning a man or a woman out of military service into civilian life. By many accounts, both locally and nationally, we're about 5 or 6 years ahead of the next organization that's delivering those services. That's entirely because of Tom and Elizabeth.
Tom is a founder of our board of directors, and he was a member for more than 20 years. And Elizabeth is also a founder of our Angels of the Arts, one of our most important support groups. She's also chaired our Candlelight Gala that is so important to the financing of the center.
They also are the embodiment of servant leadership. They lead by serving others.
They really care about the community. They offer good counsel. They are really in it to make the community that we live in a better place. They contribute their time, their energy, their resources, but what you really most benefit from when you know the Tierneys is their passion for a good cause. And there's no question they've made a huge difference in the future of our county.
Tom and Elizabeth, on behalf of the entire Anteater family, congratulations on this Legacy Award. You bring honor to that award.
On behalf of the Sagerstrom Center for the Arts, it is my great pleasure to offer my heartiest congratulations to Tom and Elizabeth on this much-deserved honor.
Tom and Elizabeth, on behalf of Goodwill of Orange County and me personally, from our collective hearts, congratulations on receiving the 2016 Legacy Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage the 2016 Legacy Award recipients, Elizabeth and Thomas Tierney.
36 years ago, Tom and I were political activists for nuclear disarmament. We were trying to make the world a safer place for our family to grow up. So we promised the children that we would not get arrested, at least not at the same time. Congratulations to all the awardees here today. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to walk the stage with you. And to Doug Freeman, thank you for your vision, your inspiration, your wisdom, and I understand that you are not a candidate for office and neither is your running mate. To the goodwill of Orange County, thank you for this nomination. We have so much respect for the work of Goodwill and for their philosophy regarding work and putting people with special challenges that they need to overcome in order to get a job. We fully understand that this is a legacy award, which implies that there's a very long period of time here. And Tom and I know that we're going forward. We're not exactly spring chickens anymore. And we want you all to know that it's not over yet. We're not done. There's still a lot of work to do. And we feel, in many ways, we're just getting started. We thank our many friends here today. There are so many of you. Thank you so much. Do you know what it means to us to have you here? And to our family, our children, and our grandchildren that are so precious to us, it's time for you to save the world now.
Sometimes people may have a curiosity about how did that guy get up on the stage with this good-looking gal. In my case, it was because of a 17-year-old Shanty Irishman with a bag of oranges that stowed away on a freighter to Cuba. That was my dad. He was, that's right. It's not that you're intimidating to me, it's that the memory of my dad brings up a lot of stuff. And he landed in Cuba after having been discovered as a stowaway and became an apprenticed oiler in the boiler room and was surrendered by the American consulate to my first charitable experience, the Salvation Army, that paid his way to get back to Detroit, Michigan, where he met my mother, and the story goes on. That benefactor, in this case the Salvation Army, is reflective of the benefactoring opportunity you're giving to everybody, where you can save somebody and not know it, not take credit for it. And sometimes this is done one-on-one, and sometimes it's done within the sphere of an organization. What AFP does, it nurtures, it refreshes, it empowers, and it grows people so they have self-reliance, a high sense of self-referral, and understand their capacity for love. For Elizabeth and I, what we really feel is our ability, our collective ability, to demonstrate care for others as a marker of civilization and its perpetuation. And the person sitting in your seat right this minute enjoys that opportunity. It is particularly true now because we're going to have a takeaway from my dear friend Doug Freeman's guarantee that next year we're not going to have an estate tax. And in anticipation of that, we have counter checks on the exit, and you can do a forward pledge. And Doug, if anybody's empowered us today, it's you. A lot to say. I'm humbled, along with Elizabeth, we're honored. We thank you for coming, our family, our friends, our university, goodwill, it goes on and on. But let me say this, I'm proud to serve with you. This award is about you, not us. We're proud to serve with you. God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Julia Foster and Catherine Spear.
We'll be with you directly.
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm so incredibly moved and inspired by all of the honorees today. So I just want to say another round of applause to everybody. This is amazing.
Henry and Maria, would you please rejoin us at the podium? I'd like to thank Maria Hall-Brown and Henry DiCarlo for serving as our Mistress and Master of Ceremonies this year. Maria, you always bring grace and professionalism to these awards. And Henry, thank you for serving as our Master of Ceremonies for the very first time. We appreciate you both for your passion and commitment to philanthropy in our Orange County community. Could we please have a round of applause for Maria and Henry? Thank you, Henry. Thank you.
We'd like to thank once again the exceptional individuals and organizations that we've honored today. We extend both our deepest appreciation and our enduring respect for the many contributions you have made that enrich our lives and our community.
Please join us in one final round of applause for our founder, Doug Freeman, and our 2016 Outstanding Honorees, Dennis Buckholtz, future leaders of our community, the Bascom Group, Nancy and Irving Chase, Pacific Life, Fluidmaster, Laura Davik, Sandra Jackson, and Elizabeth and Tom Tierney. We hope that you, as our guests, have been inspired by the stories and tributes that you've heard today.
Now comes the fun part. I want you to check the back cover of your program. If you have a gold star on the back cover of your program, you get to take home the table centerpiece and enjoy. And while you're doing that, we hope you'll all submit nominations next spring for people and organizations who should be honorees at next year's National Philanthropy Day Luncheon. We'll see you next year in November. We thank you. Happy holidays. We even got you out of here 15 minutes early, so drive safely. Thank you.